Egypt, officially the Arab Republic of Egypt, is a transcontinental country spanning the northeast corner of Africa and southwest corner of Asia via a land bridge formed by the Sinai Peninsula. It is bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, the Gaza Strip of Palestine and Israel to the northeast, the Red Sea to the east, Sudan to the south, and Libya to the west. The Gulf of Aqaba in the northeast separates Egypt from Jordan and Saudi Arabia. Cairo is the capital and largest city of Egypt, while Alexandria, the second largest city, is an important industrial and tourist hub at the Mediterranean coast. At approximately 100 million inhabitants, Egypt is the 14th most populated country in the world, and the third most populated in Africa, behind Nigeria and Ethiopia. Most of Egypt's rain falls in the winter months. South of Cairo, rainfall averages only around 2 to 5 millimeters, 0.1 to 0.2 in per year, and at intervals of many years. On a very thin strip of the northern coast, the rainfall can be as high as 410 millimeters, 16.1 in, mostly between October and March. Snow falls on Sinai's mountains and some of the north coastal cities such as Damietta, Baltim and Sidi Barrani, and rarely in Alexandria. A very small amount of snow fell on Cairo on the 13th of December 2013, the first time in many decades. Frost is also known in mid-Sinai and mid-Egypt. Egypt is the driest and the sunniest country in the world, and most of its land surface is desert. The legal system is based on Islamic and civil law, particularly Napoleonic codes, and judicial review by a Supreme Court, which accepts compulsory International Court of Justice jurisdiction only with reservations. Islamic jurisprudence is the principal source of legislation. Sharia courts and qadis are run and licensed by the Ministry of Justice. The personal status law that regulates matters such as marriage, divorce and child custody is governed by Sharia. In a family court, a woman's testimony is worth half of a man's testimony. Egypt's economy depends mainly on agriculture, media, petroleum exports, natural gas, and tourism. There are also more than 3 million Egyptians working abroad, mainly in Libya, Saudi Arabia, the Persian Gulf and Europe. The completion of the Aswan High Dam in 1970 and the resultant Lake Nasser have altered the time-honored place of the Nile River in the agriculture and ecology of Egypt. A rapidly growing population, limited arable land, and dependence on the Nile all continue to overtax resources and stress the economy. Tourism is one of the most important sectors in Egypt's economy. More than 12.8 million tourists visited Egypt in 2008, providing revenues of nearly $11 billion. The tourism sector employs about 12% of Egypt's workforce. Tourism Minister Hisham Zazu told industry professionals and reporters that tourism generated some $9.4 billion in 2012, a slight increase over the $9 billion seen in 2011. The Giza necropolis is one of Egypt's best-known tourist attractions. It is the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still in existence. Egypt's beaches on the Mediterranean and the Red Sea, which extend to over 3,000 kilometers, 1,900 miles, are also popular tourist destinations. The Gulf of Aqaba beaches, Safaga, Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada, Luxor, Dahab, Ras Sidr and Marsa Alam are popular sites. Egypt has the largest Muslim population in the Arab world, and the 6th world's largest Muslim population, and home for 5% of the world's Muslim population. Egypt also has the largest Christian population in the Middle East and North Africa. Egypt is a recognized cultural trend-setter of the Arabic-speaking world. Contemporary Arabic and Middle Eastern culture is heavily influenced by Egyptian literature, music, film and television. Egypt gained a regional leadership role during the 1950s and 1960s, giving a further enduring boost to the standing of Egyptian culture in the Arabic-speaking world. Thank you for staying with us for too long. See you next time with some interesting travel story.